All right, so I've got a lot of QuadLock product in front of me. Don't say that too fast. I was really hoping to make a mount for my my Dodge Ram 1500. That would be a wireless charging head. I was hoping to be able to do the same thing with my Harley Davidson motorcycle and then be able to use the same motorcycle charging base for my ATV quad runner. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish that. My ultimate goal was to use a Proline center mount mount here. I was wanting to put that off to the side of the radio to the right, mount this base to it, which would give me a 1-inch ram mount ball, and then I would mount this to it so that I'd have an arm to articulate any way I wanted. My goal ultimately was to use this QuadLock automobile desk charging head to just snap it on. Unfortunately for me, QuadLock made a change here. Now, I totally know why they did this. They did not put the traditional type of connector on the back that allows you to mount to one of their 1-inch balls here and to be able to, do that. The reason is they're not dumb. They did not want you to do a non-waterproof charging head, put it on your motorcycle, gets wet, gets damp, and then create a warranty claim. So that's why they changed this up. So unfortunately, I cannot use their clip here by removing this ball and then actually removing this part here and putting that on there like I would normally a QuadLock setup. So there is no center screw here. So again, this is designed by QuadLock. I understand why they did it, but unfortunately it does inhibit the use of this product. They have a little windshield mount that comes down on a suction cup. I don't see myself reaching 3 foot into the windshield to lock my phone in there. Plus, I'm trying to declutter the windshield and not have a bunch of crap in my view. So that's not going to work for me. They also have a desk version that you can suction cup, maybe the same one, I don't know. But I just don't see that suction cup being too solid by the time you lock this in. Because unlike most QuadLock devices, you do not have a quick release lever like you do on this one and or on their version that is a water resistant version. And that is by having these little wings. You push it back, you can get your phone out. So quite honestly, when I put this on the case the first time, I didn't like it. I struggled to get it back off. I thought, oh my God, I did something wrong, but no, I didn't. Now, can you convert this product? You can, but I don't like how it would look and how it would work. You can open this up. There's 4 screws in here. They are a T5 by 42 or 40. I can't get writing or small writing. By doing that, you can come in here. You can remove this box out of here, their circuit board, and it's just an Allen wrench. Takes it out. You can figure out what size it is. That allows you to remove this whole piece here. Now, I like the looks of this, and I left it open for people to see because they're not joking when they come with a coil. This thing's pretty heavy. It looks like it's got 2 coils on it, a magnet, maybe a ferrite magnet in the back. And so if you were ever trying to create a space like in your car and put this under a mat so you could charge it in the glove box or something like that, this may be the ticket right here because it's small, got a little USB-C connector on it, has lights, things like that. So you may be able to use this board for an application that you want. I'm not going to do that though. So when you take it apart, you can remove the center out of this and you could have a hole in there. Now I've already tested it. You could take this adapter apart. You got to buy these with every QuadLock you use to take this thing off when you're adding accessories, things like that. And ultimately, this will be the last plate you put on. You could take this off and take this top QuadLock mount lock, whatever you want to call it, a longer screw, and in theory, you could go completely through this whole thing here. Now there's a problem with that though that I see, and why I don't want to do that, why I don't like it. By the time you do that, and you're going to take the back and you're going to remove this little screw here, and it's not even a 1/4 20 or whatever a standard camera mount is. They even change that on you. Thank you, QuadLock. But you could take that piece out, this little doohickey here. And I'm going to explain a little more on that in a bit. And you could ultimately mount it to that with a long screw, but you can see how long that's going to stick out, and it's not going to look very good. Now this plate, this lock plate here, does fit on here, and there's little grooves that it'll stay in. It's not perfect. You'll have to tighten that up. The biggest problem I see is in time, again, you don't have a quick release on that, and it's not going to work. Especially getting your phone off. I fight getting my phone case off of this piece here without it mounted to a windshield. I can't imagine it just being a suction cup on a windshield, and then, like I said, reaching 3 foot trying to grab your damn phone, get it off there. I don't see that as being very convenient. So this product's going back. It's not QuadLock's fault at all. They designed it this way on purpose because they did not want people to put this on their motorcycle, their whatever, crotch rocket, and end up getting a warranty repair out of it. So that is the QuadLock desk and car charger. It works. I've tested it. It works. It does work with the case. Now, some of the other products I got here, if you're familiar with QuadLock, this is going to be their standard. I highly recommend getting a QuadLock with a RAM mount adapter, and maybe I should just put this thing together. The reason is it gives you a lot of options, especially for me because I'm kind of doing dual use. I'm going to take this charger head and I'm going to use it for my quad runner and my motorcycle. And I can also use it for other mounts, things like that. So again, you can take this base, you can mount it to whatever you want. You can get all kinds of different bases there. This is a very short throw arm, and you can see I can articulate this any direction I want to give me what I want it to be. Even the head up here moves around, so I've got 2 pivot points for that. That works best for me, and the reason is once I've got into the RAM mount, I can go to a cup holder, I can go to a full-fledged GPS holder, camera holder, GoPro, doesn't matter. I can use this for a lot more than just buying a QuadLock that is specific to go around my handlebar or anything like that. So I'm quick to adapt to the 1-inch ball version. So that's what we would do there. So this is, again, typical QuadLock lock. If you want this in black, because I guess blue is their color, you want it black, it's another $10. Thank you, QuadLock, for being proud of little black tabs here. I like the blue because it's easier to see when you're on your bike or anything like that. You just push that, pull it off. Another thing they came out with. This is kind of cool. I didn't think I would like this, but it was cheap, and it's metal. It is a ring that goes on the back of your phone. This is the QuadLock case for a Samsung Note 10 Plus. It locks in, and you can put it in 4 different versions. Also acts as a kickstand for your phone if you want to hold it up, you want to lay it flat. All right, so I needed to add this to the QuadLock setup. I like that ring in there. I never thought I would, but hell, I had a void in there anyways, and might as well put something in there, right? Because it didn't take anything away from the case, add any height to it. There's a problem though, since this ring is metal. Guess what doesn't work on your phone anymore? You cannot put it on a wireless charger and get it to charge. That's a drawback. I love it being metal because it's sturdy, it's solid, it's not going to break, it's going to be a good product and longevity and lasting. But by being metal, it does not charge when you put it in a traditional wireless charger, which I have the Samsung fast charger, so it's designed for this phone, and it sits in there. Every time that I go to put it on a wireless charger, I have to take this ring off. Now, it's not that big of a deal, but it does suck when you start to rely on that ring and then you go to work and you start to look, and guess what? You don't have nothing for your finger to go in anymore. So that is a drawback, and I wanted to mention that because, again, these videos are to help everybody make an informed decision on what they're getting into, and hopefully with my experience, my explanation will help them make a good buying purchase before they get involved. Now, the only drawback to a QuadLock case, and I love the round edges on this. I've had a Spigen, whatever you want to call it, case for years. Always believed in those cases because they were inexpensive and they did their job. Is this doesn't sit flat. A lot of people find that annoying. Now, I don't sit there and type on my phone on my desk, so to me it's not going to be a problem. But I will tell you, just the way they curve this back just is a great feel in your hand when you're holding your phone doing what you need to do. Now,